What's going on, Paisanos? V here, and I'm going to give a bunch of updates to what's going to be happening in the near future, within the next month, talking about the game. Before I begin, I want to say that a real update to my website. It took a bit of a while to do this update. YuGiOh YGOPaisano.com, guys, check it out if you want any field centers, tokens, so on and so forth. Beautiful looking website. Everything's been updated. And in about, I believe, 3 weeks, I'm going to be getting a bunch of new stuff coming in, including this absolutely gorgeous Kashira Rice Heart Field Center. Now, these are only limited run, and these come from overseas, so these aren't easy to get. They take a while to restock, so if you want to get these and want to know when there's going to be a pre-order, that will be made available probably on, well, Discord's going to get the first notification, but probably within the next 2 weeks, I'll probably make a video talking about when you can get a pre-order and get yourself some brand new, never before seen at all, field centers as well as tokens. So let's talk about remote duels right now, because remote duels are in a weird spot. Going to NAWCQ, one of the questions Konami asked was, do you play remote duels? And I guarantee you, from a couple of years ago to today, a lot of players, a crazy amount of players, no longer play remote duels. People are going to physical locals, people are going to physical events, and for the most part, remote duels is slowing down. The numbers are dying. Then again, there are a lot of players who are still attending remote duel events. A lot of players who are using remote duel locals as their sole source of locals. And I'll be honest with you, when remote duels first came out, I did not like it. When it first came out, when I first heard about the idea of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online from your home, where you can relax, use your own bathroom, eat your own food, I was like, no! I want to use a public bathroom and overpay for pizza. But remote duels easily and quickly grew on myself. Now, I think Konami needs to do a lot of things in order to improve remote duels to make it better for the player base. And I do think those things are slowly going into place. I mean, we're now seeing prize tickets and prize redemption, and that's huge for side events for players that want to play in Moto Extravaganza. You now give incentivization to players who not only will do side events, but can also use those tickets to get play mats and other accessories that they always wanted to get. And they always had these kind of redemption ways at like a YCS and Nationals, but now it's available at remote duel extravaganzas. As far as like how to get players back in the seats to do remote duels, my answer would be simple. It would be to add more incentivization for the players, whether or not do remote duel online regionals and actually add more incentivization that way, or, and I mean I mean regular regionals is, especially if you're invite, it's a Woodamat, you know. But for remote duels, if people could go and enter remote duel regionals, it's the same thing besides traveling. So why not add a little more? Why not make it so everyone who signs up can get more out of the deal, or more playmats for top cut places? Something like that would be a game changer for remote duel regionals. As far as remote duel locals, I think the best way for Konami to get more players to play remote duel locals is to add more via prizes. Now, I'm not talking about like the OTS giving more prizes, but Konami telling the OTS, hey, listen, for players playing remote duel locals, why not throw in an extra OTS pack? That would be a game changer for, once again, for remote duels. One simple OTS pack per entry extra, as well as add it onto the prize pool, would absolutely be monumental. It would give a massive incentivization to players, especially with the release of a new OTS set, like, well, the one we have coming up, and it will give players more want to go to do remote duels as opposed to physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Or those players that have, let's say, physical Yu-Gi-Oh! On a Saturday, those 6 other days, they would at least consider getting more prizes by entering into remote duels. Once again, I don't hate remote duels, and right now I'm working, but by the end of the year I'm looking to move. After I move, I'm definitely going to be streaming again, and it's going to be streaming doing remote duels. So it's in my best interest to keep this alive, but it's also in the best interest of a lot of players that ideally wanted somewhere to go to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, once again, where else can you go 7 days a week to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And earn prizes? The only way I can see it is remote duels, and Konami really needs to sell to the player base, and they're really not good at selling things to the player base other than like overpriced like stuff from their Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop. Like, this should be what you need to be selling. Stop selling fucking stuffed animals to grown adults. We're sick of that crap. Sell us on remote duels, and it's really easy, especially if you have an extra added incentivization for the player base. This weekend's going to be a Duelist Nexus premiere event, a pre-release or sneak preview, whatever it's called, for Duelist Nexus. Really cool for a lot of players. I know a lot of players are really excited to go and play this event. I think this is going to be really huge for players, because Chrism Dragon, one of the cards that you can win at this event, is actually huge for a lot of players that actually want to go and attend this event. This card's actually a card that you can use at a premiere event. I know, shocking, I know, crazy. But this card's a card a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on, especially the ultra rare. So, once again, I think this was really cool. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people enter it. People love dragons on playmats. I don't know why. I like more deck cores, but nevertheless, dragons on playmat. You got Duelist Nexus over here, and you can dragon them nuts on this playmat. Ugly. Let's be honest with you. People are going to fight for this playmat, get it, and the minute they get it, they're not going to want to care about it because this playmat's ugly as hell. But, like, whatever. Premier playmats, sneak preview playmats are just so bad. I don't, like, if I was Konami, I would go, okay, we got sneak preview with Duelist Nexus. What is the most popular archetype in that preview, in that sneak preview? We got for Noble Knights, we got Rescue Aces, cool. Make a playmat, put those characters on a playmat. Now let's see who wants that shit. Everyone will go crazy over that playmat, but once again, that's Konami's way of doing it. The Konami website, for the most part, doesn't look too bad. I actually like it. If you guys don't know, Konami recently redid their website. I mean, it's been a couple of years, but it doesn't look bad at all. You know what looks fucking bad and embarrassing? A blog. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has read a blog since 1997. Like, Konami is using outdated technology, and the blog really isn't what it needs to be. Konami can be better if they put all the resources towards Twitter, towards Instagram. Like, really focus. Every time you have someone do something with a blog, post that bad boy on Twitter. Post that bad boy on Instagram. A blog's not where it's at. And maybe I'm alone in this, and comment down below, let me know. Are you just sick and tired of looking at this blog? Because it annoys me when there's a YCS event. And these aren't like a small event. And YCS anywhere is still a YCS event. And Konami goes, read about it on our blog. Bro, you are not a 17-year-old girl writing online and you're unpopular. Like, nobody, like, stop, get it over. Like, stop with this stupid blog. It's embarrassing. I think that the only reason people go to the blog is because it's their only option, and more than likely people just normally wait for YouTube to actually watch videos of the deck profiles. People are really want to rather see videos. People rather see pictures. And you can say, well, V, there's pictures on the blog. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to go to the fucking blog to see those pictures, and this thing is absolutely atrocious, this blog. I mean, it really isn't. So, oh, there's a picture right there. Congratulations, by the way, to Jeremy, but why is this on here? Like, it's so embarrassing. Nobody cares about the blog, Konami. Please get rid of this. It's really embarrassing. Focus your time on making live stream events. I know, crazy concept. Live stream events. Speaking of live streams, I really want to go back to talking about NAWCQ and how the fact that people was allowed to walk around and record. And I think this was a massive move that really didn't go spoken at all. They had a feature area where if you're an influencer, you could go record in those areas and all that jazz, but you can record around nationals. Nobody stopped you. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody got kicked. Nobody got banned. And rightfully so. People take time out of their weekend, the entire weekend, spend a lot of money on hotels, spend money maybe even renting cars, traveling, tons of money to go to win a fucking Switch. So yeah, it's kind of cool that we're allowed to record in a venue. Now don't get me wrong, Konami definitely still wants you to record in their little feature area, but that's, once again, just as old of a ruling as this dumb blog. Realistically speaking, players should be allowed to record wherever they want to, because hi, everyone and their mother owns phones. And if you own a phone, you should be allowed to record anywhere because your phone has that ability. And I do think that if Konami, all they had to do was put a sign that says the minute you pass this area, you are subject to be recorded, and that will legally cover them. Because it will. It easily will. And I think that's something that's really important for Konami to understand. Things that are outdated need to be just get rid of, and you need to update your kind of situation. That would also help the player base. Nobody likes the blogs, but if you do a live stream, it's better. Nobody likes to record in a little cramped space that smells. They should be recorded wherever they want within the venue. Just like other card games like Pokemon Magic Gathering allow this to be done as well. So I do think Konami needs to tackle these issues. Konami definitely has a lot of issues, but I think these are ones that are really easy. These are layups. Big wins for the community. You're overcharging on Yu-Gi-Oh packs. You're making it harder and harder for players to even consider doing remote duel events because it's the same as locals, especially in times now where everything's out and open. So do these changes, and I do think it'll help the player base. I do think it'll help Konami, and it's a win-win for everybody. Everybody will be happier because they'll feel like they're getting more from the card game, and Konami doesn't really give us much away. I mean, besides a couple of OTS packs, and I think which once again will help players play remote duel events. As far as the Moto Extravaganza, the only way you probably knew about this Extravaganza event is from watching this fucking video. That's how bad Konami is at promoting this, okay? Konami, it's called Facebook ads. Use that. Use some of your budget. You'd be surprised how many people will actually care because there's ads. Word of mouth, you want to do only word of mouth? Fine, that's fine. But every time one of your commentators or anyone announces about some Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop store stuff, just know you're putting less asses in seats for physical events. Players attending physical events are more willing to spend money on your cards after that event is done. How many times after regionals or YCS, nationals, any event, locals, you came home and bought cards and sold cards? You spent time after playing this game on this game, but because you played this game. And by selling fucking stuffed animals on your Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop for overpriced amounts, nobody cares. It doesn't really help. Maybe I'm wrong, and once again, I would love for you guys to comment down below. I'm not just trying to dog down the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop. Yes, there are a lot of overpriced things, and yes, Konami's definitely adding more to the shop, which is great, by the way. I do think that's great, but I feel like you need to reallocate your resources to actual physical events. You need to get asses in seats. That should be the #1 goal of Yu-Gi-Oh! Period, because once you have asses in seats, they're gonna buy your cards. Nobody sits down and play Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards with nothing. They need to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and by doing that, by getting players to play in your events, it will help you out as a company. So once again, I'm going to be playing the Remote Extravaganza. I might just farm side events, get tickets, get playmats. I actually have some Speedo decks I actually built as well. Pretty excited about that. I'm also going to be doing Time Wizard format. I'm really excited about that. And if you guys want to go check it out, once again, I'll put a link down below because why not? Konami isn't, so I guess I will. And show you guys about the Remote Extravaganza event. I think it's an excellent event. I would love it if you guys would go check it out because it is a lot of fun. And people do put a lot of time into it. And more importantly, for anyone who isn't in the West Coast, it's California time, which I love. So instead of starting your event around 9-10 a.m., it starts around 12 for everybody on not California time. Or, I mean, I know it's part of the center of the country. You guys are an hour behind, whatever. East Coast people, it's pretty awesome to play this Remote Extravaganza because there is a 3-hour delay from Konami's end because they're doing it all in California time. So it's awesome for us so we can start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Around 12. So that's pretty great. Once again, I think you guys should definitely check out the Remote Extravaganza. I think it's a lot of fun. I have a ton of videos on how to do a Remote setup. I highly advise you to check it out. There's cheap builds of Remote setups. There's expensive builds. If you have a phone, you have a computer screen, you can play Remote. So I definitely recommend you guys check it out. It's really fun. As far as the ban list, because I want to talk about that real quickly, because I think the bans is something that everyone's going to start talking about now that Nationals is over. The bans will more than likely happen after Worlds, so we're going to have to wait. We have a lot of time still within this format to play the current meta. Now, there's definitely a lot of cards that need to be on that ban list, the next upcoming ban list. And there's a lot of things Konami can do to mitigate the ban. So I'll have probably more videos coming out about the ban list. Also via marketwatch, talking about what's going to be going up, what's going to be going down, based off my predictions. I'll give you one really easily. Thunder Dragon Colossus. If they release Thunder Dragon Colossus off the ban list, what will it do? And what will happen to the prices? And is the price of Ultimate Colossus going up? Let's go fucking check that out right now. Colossus. Wait, hold on. Thunder Dragon. I actually don't know. Okay, Ultimate Colossus, I know it's always around 60s. It's been going up slowly in the past 3 months. Is it really 74? No, okay, 64. Okay, what the fuck? 64 bucks for Ulti Colossus. Now, you don't have to buy Ulti Colossus. There's obviously Secret Rare, which looks really good, by the way. I own Ultis, but the Secret Colossus are also roughly around $9 starting. After that, $9 is gone. You're going to start seeing it hit around, I'm going to guess, $11 at this point. You're going to start seeing it hit near $11 for another first edition. So there's one from 9, bunch of 11s. There's also Ultra Rare Thunder Dragon Colossus, so there's that as well. And would this come off the ban list? It's the question. Ultra Rare Thunder Dragon Colossus is roughly around $2. And this is the kind of question I'll talk about in my upcoming market watches. I'll probably have a market watch coming out tomorrow. Definitely stay tuned for that. I have to do so many more market watches. I have so many cool ideas, actually, because there's an Edison Farm market watch I would love to tackle. Obviously, people always want me to do Goat Farm market watches, but to be honest with you, those videos don't do good on this channel. Regular market watch is something everybody wants for the meta. media, as well as collectors market watch as well. I'll try to integrate all that within one video and just do those videos in chunks. So every video will have something for Edison, collectors, as well as current meta market watch. I'll probably just do that one video, but it's a lot easier doing that. Once again, I'll probably have a market watch come out tomorrow, guys. Then definitely check out the website, YuGiOh I did update the crap out of it. There's still more products that need to be added on. This isn't on the website yet, but this will be made available for pre-sale roughly around 2 weeks from now once I get shipping confirmation. Konami, update things, get rid of things, and let's move on. I think Konami can definitely do a lot of good here. I think there's a lot of opportunity for Konami to look really good in the face of the community. And I think they can start doing that by promoting events and by getting players, focused on things like the Moto Extravaganza. They can get rid of this goofy blog and keep updating on Twitter. They can get rid of this goofy blog and do things for Instagram and really point their player base to social media that actually is alive. Nobody, and I mean nobody, reads any blogs anymore, but everyone's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Hit those social medias hard and promote those to your player base. Really easy stuff to do, especially when you're Konami and you have thousands of players on your streams when you stream a live stream on Twitch or YouTube All right, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.